Capricorn, there is something about you that refuses to stay hidden. When you step into a space, the air shifts. Conversations pause for a moment, and though people may pretend to carry on, their eyes betray them. They linger on you, drawn by a presence they cannot put into words. This is not about appearance alone, it goes far deeper. You carry an energy that is carved from struggle, discipline, and endurance. It's the aura of someone who has tasted storms yet still walks with unshaken steps. People stare at you because your presence is not ordinary. It holds weight, it carries story, it speaks before your lips ever move. Some are unsettled by it, some are inspired by it, and some are quietly intimidated because you remind them of everything they wish they could be. Steady, grounded, resilient, unbreakable. You do not walk like someone who guesses their worth. You walk like someone who has been tested, refined, and chosen. That's why eyes follow you. That's why they can't look away. And Capricorn, before we journey deeper into this truth, pause with me for a moment. In the comments, type these words right now. They stare because I carry light. Let those words seal inside your spirit. Let them remind you, every time you feel the gaze of others, that it is not judgment, not emptiness, but recognition. Stay with me until the very end, because what I will reveal in this message will not only explain why people stare at you, it will give you the courage to embrace this gift without shrinking, without fear, and without apology. Capricorn, your power is not in loudness, and it is not in display. Your power is in presence. When you enter a space, you don't need to announce yourself. You don't need to shout to be seen. Your silence does the work for you. It speaks in ways words cannot. People feel you before they hear you. It's the quiet authority of someone who has lived through battles, carried burdens, and faced storms without letting them take away their dignity. Your stillness carries more weight than noise ever could. It tells the world, I have endured, and I am still standing. This is why their eyes follow you. Your silence unsettles those who thrive on chaos because they cannot read you and they cannot predict you. They wonder what you're thinking, what you've been through, what gives you such strength to remain calm when others would crumble. And in that wondering, they stare. To others, your silence is not intimidating. It is inspiring. They look at you and see someone who doesn't waste energy proving their worth, because their worth is already undeniable. You walk with the posture of someone who has earned respect, even without demanding it. Capricorn, this is why you draw attention without effort. You remind people of something they wish they had within themselves, the ability to stay anchored when life shakes everything around them. You are the steady flame in a world of flickering lights. You are the mountain in a landscape of shifting sands. And whether people admit it or not, when you enter a room, they notice. Some may not even understand why they are drawn to you. They simply feel the pull of your quiet strength, and it makes them look longer, listen closer, and wonder deeper. This is the silent authority you carry, and it is undeniable. Capricorn, your eyes tell a story even when your lips remain silent. There's a fire in your gaze, subtle yet undeniable. It is not the fire of anger or pride, but the quiet flame of endurance. Your eyes carry a depth that many cannot explain. They are like windows to a library filled with unspoken stories, chapters of victories, moments of heartbreak, nights of silence, and mornings of strength. When people look at you, they feel something they cannot name. They sense history behind your stare, a weight of experience that makes you different. And because of this, their eyes linger. They look longer than they should. Not because they are searching for flaws, but because your gaze reflects something back to them. Your eyes act as mirrors. For some, they reveal insecurities they try to hide. For others, they expose the dreams they left behind. When people meet your gaze, they are reminded of what they fear and what they long for. It shakes them, but it also awakens them. Yet your eyes do not only show the struggles, they carry hope. They carry determination. They reveal the fire of someone who refuses to surrender, no matter how heavy the battle. This is why people are both drawn to you and unsettled by you at the same time. To look into your eyes is to be reminded that strength is real and resilience is possible. Capricorn. People cannot look away because your gaze speaks without words. It tells the story of battles fought and battles won. It whispers of pain turned into wisdom, of wounds turned into lessons. Your eyes don't beg for attention, they command it. They do not demand respect, they already hold it. And this is why the fire behind your eyes captivates those around you. It is the flame that refuses to be extinguished, and the light that makes others stop, stare, and wonder about the strength you carry within. Capricorn, you are not someone who lays all your cards on the table. You keep certain things close to your chest, your thoughts, your dreams, even your scars. You move quietly, carefully, and with intention. People notice this. They sense that there is more to you than what meets the eye, and it unsettles them. In a world where many speak without thinking and reveal without guarding, you are different. You are measured. You are deliberate. You reveal only what is necessary, and that restraint makes others stare. They wonder what you're hiding, what you're planning, what fuels your quiet confidence. Some find it frustrating because they cannot read you easily. They are used to people being open books, but you, Capricorn, are a novel with sealed chapters. They stare because they are trying to figure you out, trying to see past the veil you naturally wear. But your mystery is not an act. It is not a mask to deceive. It is a shield you have built from wisdom and experience. You know that not everyone deserves to see your vulnerable side. Not everyone has earned the right to hold your truth. And so you protect it, not out of fear, but out of strength. This is what makes you unforgettable. When you leave a room, people are still thinking about you. They replay your words, your silence, your presence, and they wonder what lies beneath the surface. They cannot let it go because you did not give them everything. You left them with questions, and those questions linger. Capricorn, mystery is part of your power. It makes people respect you even when they don't understand you. It makes them cautious, even when they feel drawn to you. And it ensures that when people look at you, they look longer, because they are searching for answers you will never give away easily. This weight of mystery, this balance of silence and presence, is what keeps you etched in the minds of those who meet you. They stare because you are not transparent, you are not predictable. You are layered, guarded, and profound. And in a world that craves quick access, your depth makes you unforgettable. Capricorn, your journey has never been a simple path. It has been carved through challenges, setbacks, and trials that could have broken you. Yet instead of breaking, you built yourself stronger. Your story is not about ease, it is about endurance. You have carried weights that many would have dropped. You have walked through storms that left others behind. And though you've been pressed down, you've refused to stay down. This strength does not go unnoticed. People stare because they can feel it, even without you speaking. Your resilience radiates through you. It shines in your eyes, it echoes in your steps, it flows in the way you carry yourself. When you walk into a room, there is something unspoken that people sense. Here is someone who has suffered and survived. Here is someone who has endured and still risen. That truth cannot be hidden. It wraps around you like light, and others see it even when you don't. Your refusal to shrink after hardship unsettles some. They wonder how you are still standing, how you are still moving forward when the weight of life should have pinned you down. But instead of seeing defeat, they see strength. Instead of scars that look like weakness, they see beauty. Your wounds have turned into wisdom, your struggles into lessons, and your pain into quiet authority. Capricorn, this is why eyes follow you. To the world, you are living proof that survival is possible, and not only survival, but survival with grace. You are a reminder that scars can be brighter than trophies, because they show not only what you faced, but also what you conquered. People stare because when they look at you, they see resilience in human form. They see light born out of darkness, courage born out of fear, and victory born out of struggle. They may not always say it, but deep down, they know you are not ordinary. You are extraordinary. And your resilience shines so powerfully, it refuses to be ignored. Capricorn, let's go deeper into this truth. People don't just stare at you because of what you are on the outside. They stare because of what is awakened inside of them when they notice you. You are not only a person walking among them, you are a mirror they never asked for, but one they cannot escape. When their eyes lock onto you, something stirs in their spirit. Your strength exposes the weakness they try to hide. Your ability to keep going reminds them of the times they stopped too soon. Your courage uncovers their hesitation. And your achievements, whether big or small, remind them of the dreams they let slip through their fingers. For some, this reflection is uncomfortable. It is like standing before a mirror that shows not only their face but also their truth. Your discipline reveals where they have been lazy. Your persistence reveals where they chose the easy way out. Your determination shines light into the corners where they gave up without trying harder. It is not that you boast, it is that your life naturally reflects back to them what they do not want to face. And still, they cannot look away. Because even though it unsettles them, it also awakens them. For others, Capricorn, your reflection becomes a spark. They look at you and see what is possible. They see resilience embodied in flesh and bone. They see proof that storms can be survived, that battles can be won, that scars can turn into wisdom. And in staring at you, they begin to remember the fire they once carried. They remember the goals they once chased, the visions they once believed in, the strength they once felt before life wore them down. Your presence calls those things back to life. You are like a mirror that whispers to them, you can do it too. You can rise again. You can become more than what you've settled for. Capricorn, understand how powerful this is. You are not simply walking through the world unnoticed. You are constantly awakening people, even without words. When you enter a room, your energy calls people to account. It makes them reconsider their excuses. It makes them question why they gave up. It pushes them to rethink the limits they placed on themselves. This is why people stare longer than they should. They are not only looking at you, they are looking into themselves. Some may admire you, some may envy you, some may even resent you. But regardless of how they feel, they cannot deny what happens inside of them when they see you. You are the mirror that reflects both their fears and their possibilities. You show them who they are and who they could be. You awaken the voice they tried to silence, the courage they buried under disappointment, the hope they thought was gone forever. And while this role is not always easy for you, Capricorn, it is part of your calling. You walk with an energy that does not leave people the same. You stir their souls, you provoke their thoughts, and you challenge their comfort zones. That is why people stare. Not because of vanity, not because of coincidence, but because you are a living reminder of what lies hidden within them. You are the mirror they didn't ask for, but one they cannot escape. And for many, that mirror is the first step toward transformation. Capricorn, your life is not random. The energy you carry is not a mistake. It has been shaped, sharpened, and refined through every season you've endured. Nothing about your presence is ordinary. You were designed this way for a reason. People stare at you because your spirit speaks before your mouth ever does. Without saying a word, you announce purpose. Without introducing yourself, you radiate responsibility. Your presence carries the mark of someone chosen for something greater, and others feel it, even if they cannot explain it. You have been called to build where others only dreamed. You have been called to restore what others gave up on. You have been called to lead by example, not with loud speeches, but with steady footsteps that prove it can be done. That is why you cannot go unnoticed. Your very being whispers to the world that you are on assignment. And Capricorn, every stare is a confirmation. Every glance that lingers longer than normal is the universe reminding you. They see it, even if you don't always believe it. You may doubt yourself at times. You may feel hidden, misunderstood, or even weary of the attention. But the truth remains. Your presence carries divine weight, and people sense it whether they admit it or not. Your journey was never meant to be about blending in. You were not shaped to disappear in the crowd. Even in the moments where you wish you could stay unseen, your energy will always call attention. Because your role is not to fade, it is to stand out. You are here to remind others of strength, of vision, of endurance, of what it means to live with purpose. Capricorn, this is your cosmic assignment. This is why eyes follow you, why people feel drawn to you, why you cannot be overlooked. You were chosen to carry light in spaces that have grown dark. You were chosen to be steady in a world that shifts with every breeze. And though the weight is heavy, it is proof of your calling. So when they stare, do not shrink, do not question, do not wish to disappear. Remember, the gaze of others is simply the universe confirming what you already carry inside. You were meant to be seen. So Capricorn, now the truth is clear. The reason people stare is not by chance, not by vanity, not by mistake. They stare because you carry something rare. They stare because your light shines even when you feel dim. They stare because your scars have not destroyed you. They have transformed into stars that guide your path and inspire others. They stare because your silence has its own sound, louder than voices that try to fill the air. They stare because your very presence unsettles the ordinary and awakens the extraordinary. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are a soul that was designed to stand out, and no amount of shrinking will ever change that truth. The next time you feel eyes following you, Capricorn, do not shrink. Do not question your worth. Do not wonder if something is wrong. Instead, remember this. You are seen because you were meant to be seen. Your energy demands recognition, and the universe will not allow you to be invisible. If this message has touched your spirit, type these words in the comments right now. They stare because I carry light. Let that be your seal, your declaration, your daily reminder. And if you desire more truths like this, stay connected here. Subscribe because your spirit deserves to be reminded of its power, its light, and its divine purpose. Capricorn, embrace the gaze. It is not judgment, it is recognition. It is proof that you are more radiant, more powerful, and more extraordinary than you have ever realized.